Hello, everybody. I hope you can all hear me because, sometimes there is a delay, my friends, of a few minutes. And I feel weird. I always say this because the camera is up the top, but I feel like I should be looking here. So, anyway, I apologize. But let's get into this. I have promised all of you that I will show my pottery. It has come to me today. So, basically, for me, because I don't have a kiln, what I actually do excuse me. What I actually do is I make my pottery, so make it all, and then I actually get it fired from another lady in Mount Eliza, and she's absolutely beautiful. Shout out to Natalie for helping me out. And from there, so she's actually been so lovely. She's actually let me use her studio to glaze them, so I didn't have to go all the way back home with them. And then she puts them and fires them, and today she actually dropped them off because she was working up my way. So how lucky is that? I was so excited to get them. So after 30 years of doing ceramics and pottery, and I had a break for 30 years, I thought, look, we need to get back into this because, as you all know, I used to use hydrostone, can't get it. I gave up on that idea. So let's go back to my skill set. So I have written down the glazes I've used. Now, near me, there's a company called Walker's. It's in Bayswater, Victoria. So they were the closest. So I thought, look, I'll start using their glaze first. But there are some Spectra glazes that I really want to try. So I'll have to go out to Pug Mill in South Australia to get those. And obviously I'll have them shipped because I'm in another state. But let's start with the first cutie pie. Now, I made these, aren't they darling? Can you see them? I hope you love them because I feel like I'm going the opposite way of the camera. So basically, see, I told you it's like the opposite way. It's like a mirror image. Now, these are little magnets. What I did, and they're actually like a blush pink. They probably look a bit white against my bright pink door. But what I actually did is I had a little bit of casting left. So I thought, look, just make a mold and then I poured them in these. But they're really cute. They're going to just have pottery. Sometimes you get little edges that are a little bit messy on the edge. So if they're a little bit messy, it just means that you need like a stone sort of sander to sand them. And it's nothing big. It might just be one little edge or something. So that's for that. Now, look at these darlings. I mean, I love them. So this is my next one. I've used a matte white on this. So sorry, not a matte white, a white gloss, just a plain white gloss that I got from Walker's. And then on this bit here, it's actually a caramel matte on the bottom. And I sort of liked that sandy look. Now, I made these originally because with my candles, I used to do what's called a try me size. And I always did them in tin, but tin I don't really love. And I really liked the organic fun look. So I hope you love them. And I'm not sure which one is going to go in these. This is probably going to be for my cashmere candle. So I'll do a candle and I'll show you I did make a candle in one. So that's that one. That's that color code. I quite like it. There was a couple colors I didn't love, but this one I was really happy with. And then there is another one of the same kind of one. So you can just see it's glossy white inside. And I just wanted it to be a little bit, a little bit beautiful and kind of matte. But I also do love colors. Now, I really wanted a beautiful pink, but I found it really hard to get a nice pink in a short time. So I do need to use some Spectra because they have some really sort of pinky ones that I quite like. So I will try them. Now, the second one I tried is this one. And now, look, my daughter is 16 and she was determined to do these. We did dip glazing. I mean, look, it's not beautiful. She dripped it all down the side, but I thought, look, these are more testers. We will sell them, of course. We'll put beautiful candles in them because they're still gorgeous. And I mean, everyone likes something different. And a lot of people really do dig that kind of drippy kind of vibe. So this is actually Celadon that I've used. So let me tell you what it is. Yeah, so this is the green Celadon that I've actually used, which is really pretty, isn't it? So it's a really nice one. And then this color here is actually salmon pink from Walker. I wasn't I really wanted a brighter pink, but it is what it is. Look, it is pretty. It's just not as bold as I wanted. And we did do 3 coats. So, but then this one here kind of feels like it's a little bit brighter. So I don't know. But anyway, that is the next one. So in these, I have four different types. So that is for that one. Hello, Kim. How you going, my darling? Auntie Teresa, hi, my love. Yeah, they are cute. I love them. But, look, it's a learning curve. And now on the computer, I can see on the screen it looks really bold, but it's not. This is actually more like it's kind of a muted sea blue. It's not as bright as it looks. It's kind of in between a bold blue to a Tiffany blue, this blue in person. But yeah, so I've just used the white gloss again, and then I used this beautiful blue. Like, doesn't it look sweet? I mean, look, I have to practice so much, my loves. Oh, you think they're fabulous? Oh, cool, my love. And I'll show you what I did too. I actually used so when you buy like clay or a cast, the casting, which is called slip, you can actually add an ingredient. And please don't ask me what it is. I don't remember. I'll see if I can remember and link it in. But the ladies at Walker's suggested it to me, so I added it in. And I don't know whether can you see on the edge? It's got like little tiny dots all around. Now those little dots, they actually sort of make like a speckle in the clay. So I really liked that. Anyway, that was my blue. And there's a few different ones. So because they're never all going to be the same, are they? So then this is another one. I did like how it looks a bit waterfall-ish. So that is that one. And I don't know, can you see inside this one? It's a little bit more speckly. You can see it more up close. But I mean, obviously, if they're candles, you're not going to see them. But you know what was cute too? When I measured these are the right height, the right measurements and volume for a shot glass as well. So I could even sell them as that if I wanted to do some shot glasses, which I might, because there is some that are thinner, and I did do a lot of them quite thick because I knew candles were going to go in them, and I did, I really had that thought of, you know, um, making it thick, because we all know making candles, it's one of those things that you have to be really safe, and you have to understand, will the heat be able to be taken in this, which they can. I mean, these get 5 to 1200 plus degrees. So that's in Celsius. So, you can imagine a candle is not going to get to that much, not in this, if I wick it right. So that's for that one. So, and I think I did tell you, so the blue one that I have used for anyone that wants to know, it's called Twilight Blue, actually, from Walker. And now I did do this little test just before, and then, my 16-year-old daughter, honestly, she's so clumsy. She actually tripped near the bench and knocked it, and then all the wax went flying. I was like, oh no. So anyway, it doesn't look too beautiful inside yet, but this is but what she did is I told her the colors to do, and then she missed a bit, and I said, oh, look, just put some blue over the top and we'll see. It might look a bit fun. So anyway, that is not just green and pink. Obviously, it has a little blue, but this is going to become my tester. So, we need to do a few tests as well. And I'm going to show you one. Oh, this is another one. So this is like the blue where we added, if you can kind of see, which, it's not my favorite. And I'll show you. So this one here, I kind of like this. So this has the matte. It has the white with the matte, and then mine that it has a bit of an interesting color tone. Like, I quite like it. So anyway, that's for that. Now I'll show you the bigger ones we did. So these are the bigger ones, the candles, and you can see they're not flat, not totally flat. I did want them quite organic like, so I didn't try and do them perfect at the top when I did these. I actually made this mold. I actually made it. So this was originally out of a whiskey glass, and I made it and then made the mold. So I basically poured silicone in top and made it, and then fixed it as well. Can't see what else I create. Yeah, I've got a few things. I've got some bowls, some trays. I've actually got some candle coasters. They've been taken today by Natalie to be fired in her kiln, because I still don't have one. I need to get some more money before I can do that. So anyway, and then this is the other one. So it's just white with celadon, but I kind of like these drips. I think it's fun, and I did say to my daughter, and we did them, leave the drips on because I think they're nice. And so, like I said, it's going to be like an organic one. So this is like a medium size. I'm going to say, I reckon this is going to hold around the 200 grams of wax. So that is one that we did in that. And when I did these, what happened was I had to get the glazes fast because they were ready to go in the kiln. So I needed to quickly glaze them. So I didn't have time to go to other places to get them. I literally had to get what I could get at the time. And I think I got like 4 or 5 different colors to test. But in future, everyone knows me. There'll definitely be purples, pinks, some beautiful, like more Tiffany blue, white, and what's the other color? And some beautiful minty kind of aquas I was hoping to use. So, because green's not my jam, but a lot of people do love it. So now, if I get up nice and close, I hope you can see this is the matte here, and then it's got pink in the middle and then green on the top. So this one's kind of fun as well. So I just did a few fun ones. And also too, what I did with the new ones that have gone to be fired today, they won't be ready for a few weeks now, but they have handles. So I've actually made some mugs. As I said before, my daughter Annie did these crazy ones with silly colours on them. But look, lots of people like things that are a bit different. So somebody will love that, I'm sure. So anyway, that is that one. I'll show you one with the blue. And like I said, these were more just playing around with the colours to see what we liked. This one I thought we'll do the blue. And it's just blue and green. So twilight blue and celadon green. Not my jam, but and everyone knows I'm going to come out with pink ones. I think I showed you this before, but this one's really sweet. I do like this. And you can see those little dots inside. They're on purpose. We put that into the clay, and then I'll show you. Let me show you the bigger ones. So these are the bigger ones that we did. I quite like these. I think this is probably going to be more the kind of jar style that I feel like I like, but I only made one mold in this. This was quite a hard mold to make, but I hope you like this one. I actually thought it was really pretty, and it is a couple different greens. So I will actually make a candle in these. I've got a few of these, but obviously I need to test the candles first. So we're going to test the first one that I did say before. So, thank you, Deb. Sorry, I was just reading some comments. Yeah, look, I love taking you guys along the ride because, a lot of people don't know how to do this. So if I can just help someone, do a new hobby or find something before they waste all their money and then decide they don't like it, this will give you an idea. And now I'll give you an idea. So I'm going to tell you, let's talk about cost because this is expensive to make. So if you buy a pottery mug, generally it starts at $45 up to about 150 is normal for a pottery mug because they're very expensive. Obviously, that would be the handle and everything else. So they're quite expensive to make. So yeah, it is a good size, my love. I think this one's a great size. I'm quite keen on that one. So in this, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 5. I'll tell you how many. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So then I've got 40 small ones. So that equals like around 50 candles. Now it cost me $94 for the rental of the kiln to have these fired. And that's to have them bisque fired and then have them glazed. So like I said, 90 odd dollars. Then it cost me $50 for the casting, for the, which is the slip. And then, of course, I had to pay for the glaze. So already it's hundreds of dollars. Of course, I have lots of glazes that I can still use on other products because I bought the powder and mixed it myself to make a dipping glaze, which means rather than sitting here painting for hours, you just dip the whole thing in the glaze like that and pull it out, and that's it. It's done after it's fired once. So it is quite expensive. So if you even break what I paid down, it literally cost several dollars even for a tiny one of these to be made. So it's not cheap. So I don't know what I'm going to sell these at. I really don't. The cheapest I'm probably going to sell it for would be 10. And also they're food safe. So I've used food safe glazes so that if somebody, wanted to use these as a cup or something, they could, or a shot glass. And like I said, I probably will sell some just as a shot glass, not a candle. Anyway, so these ones I have a few of. I think I might have done 20 or something of these because I really did think these ones will be quite popular. I just think it's really lovely. I just think it's a really, really nice, fun one. And like I said, we'll do some purples and pinks. But as I said, this was the start, and I'm really excited to show you the next lot because now I kind of remember the process again because it has been 30 years since I actually did ceramics or anything close to that. I used to do classes for 4 years, anyway, and that was like in the 90s where things were huge with ceramics and pottery, massive. And then I thought, look, I need to get back and do something like that. So, and you know what, too, that's fun? It adds another element to your store. So, if you've got, let's pretend you're selling shampoo bars and they're not selling. Maybe getting towards Christmas, people might go, actually, I really love that mug. I want to buy it. And I actually think it's a really good thing when you're getting people buying mugs and things like that because they're good Christmas gifts. It's not like shampoo bars or bath bombs where they have a shorter lifespan. If this doesn't sell, then you got months and months and months, years to keep it and try and resell it if it didn't work. So, and also, luckily for me, my beautiful daughter Emily does have a store, so we'll be able to sell these in her store if we want. And I mean, I think this is actually a cute like size for a mug as well. But I actually, honestly, I love this because I only like drinking out of smaller cups for coffee. I'd use that as a mug, honestly. But I mean, they're not going to be mugs for now. They're going to be candles. And then the other thing is the edges here. We need to actually give them a sand because what happens is the glaze. If you can kind of let me show it that way, you see the glaze is here and it kind of runs down to the bottom. And if it comes down the bottom, it will leave like a rough edge. So you need to sand it, and it's not a normal sander. It's actually like a bit of a like a wet stone kind of sanding that you do. So that's what I'll be doing. And it's safer for your lungs too if you use the sanding ones. So that's what I'll be looking at doing. So I hope you love them. And I did show at the start, but for anyone that missed, these are little baby magnets. Aren't they darling? I love them. So I just made pink ones this time. But maybe next time we'll make some other colors and maybe we'll do more than just a bumblebee. But I had this mold available. So when you make these kind of things, you can't use a silicone mold. It doesn't work. You actually need to make your own plaster mold. So from the silicone mold, I ended up making a plaster mold and then it made this really sweet pattern. And so now all I've got to do is, on the back of it here, I'll just clean this up and then we'll put a nice little magnet. We'll super glue the magnet on. And then we've got some cute little darling little magnets. So you can make even things like dragon's eye magnets or, fairies, whatever suits your business, floral ones. But for now, like I said, I hope that you have enjoyed having a look at some of these little loves. And let me grab a few. I'll show you a few so that we'll hold a few of the colours up. So at the moment, these are kind of the colours we have. We'll whisk them around a few times. This blue, I think a lot of people will love that blue actually. So anyway, they do look really cute. And as I did show before, with, the wax in it, which this was really rough. I have to redo it, but I will test this. So it won't be on my site until I absolutely test them as well. It will be a really good thing in the shop. We'll see what happens. I do often have, people that buy from me wholesale, they do ask for things that are different. And, I think when, if you consider being a soap company, often what you'll see in soap companies is they will either sell, things that go with it. So they might sell, look, I'm trying to think of things I've seen. I've seen people sell like bath towels and bath sort of products as well as beach towels. I've seen like, beach skirts, beach tops, t-shirts to all kind of match in that because I think, many businesses, they will start as one company, even a candle company, and then they'll bring in other accessories that obviously they can sell and then it makes their business sort of shine. And I kind of feel like my business is more a pink business, so to speak. I was very girly and pink, and rather than just being a soap maker. And this week, I actually did have some lovely people come out, and I taught them how to make bath bombs. They did actually pay me, and then I actually did a personal class. So lots of different companies, and that was a company that is looking at bringing in a new product. So that often happens as well. Oh, you love pink too, Kim. Yeah, well, this pink, like I said, is a salmon, but it's not very bright. It's very, very light. But the next one that I'm ordering, one of them's called raspberry, so it's going to be a beautiful raspberry. And then I'm actually ordering one that's called kimchi, and it kind of has like a it like almost like a mango in pink. It has like it's a bit multicolored pinks, but I'm really excited to do that on a few trays and things like that. So if you want to buy any of my things, they won't be available yet. October the 1st is when I'm going to launch them. So anything that you can see here, it might go up on my site before that, but it won't be available to actually buy it until October the 1st. And then we will literally have them all up because that will give me time to test them, time to make sure that everything's right. I mean, I know my waxes, wicks, and everything else, but obviously each jar you get, you want to retest in the new jar to make sure you're doing the best that you can do for your business. So, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed our little chat today. And thank you everyone for coming. And I'm going to see you on our next video. Our next video will actually be some beautiful rose soap that I've made in a new mold that I actually got from CSUN soap molds and cutters. So that's a bit exciting, isn't it? But anyway, that will be our next one coming up. I'm editing that as we speak, and hopefully I can get onto it because things have been a bit crazy in our house at the moment with everyone going everywhere and me still doing things in the background for the conference for next year. So anyway, a big hug to you all. See you next time. Bye.